I am Shantae Robinson. I'm an Atlanta native. I'll be your tour guide this morning.
The purpose is so we can see what's happening on the other side of the Beltline so that we can see what's coming our way as we talk about gentrification and affordable housing and economic development opportunities. We see how fast it's coming to us so that we're prepared, one, for the opportunity, but two, also for the encroachment, the difficulties it will cause. Look at it from the mindset of what can we do to protect historic or incumbent residents on the other side of town before it comes their way. Not that it's all a bad thing, because there's some really amazing and great things, but there's a big gap between there. And so as people are moving into our neighborhoods, the values are going up, which means taxes are going up. So how do we repopulate our communities in a responsible way and make sure historic residents are not left out of the process?
We'll be talking today about the Atlanta Beltline, just like as she said, how it's going to play a role in redeveloping over 45 neighborhoods here within the city of Atlanta. So we're going to go through and travel throughout the 22-mile loop of the Beltline today so you can see how these changes are coming about. And with those railroads, you'll notice there have been freight depots that were constructed so they can drop off freight in different areas and travel to different neighborhoods to deliver. Well, many of those buildings have become abandoned and some have been repurposed. And those railroads today have been underutilized. This was just riddled with litter, broken glass was everywhere, and it was a major brownfield and just an eyesore even. Atlanta Beltline and Trust for Public Land came in, acquired this space, and transformed it into a park. Prior to the Beltline and City of Atlanta coming in, back in 1999, there was an incident that occurred right here at this park. There was a young lady who was sliding down the sliding board. When she was sliding down the sliding board, her dress ignited. That landed this park a spot on the EPA Superfund list. There are quite a few features that have made this park the very first energy cost neutral park for the state of Georgia.
The park was actually on an active landfill when the park was closed, and it was a really big thing, and the city really was not responsible at first. It took a lawsuit and took a whole bunch of stuff to happen to even get it to this point of responsibility. But it's an example of what you have in some of the neighborhoods that we live in, so you can look at that as an example that you can take something that's negative and turn it into a positive.
Here we have Murphy Crossing. It was formerly the site for the Georgia Farmers Market and moved down to Fairburn a number of years ago. The RFP has already been out for this. Plan has been decided to transform this space here into about 3 acres of green space. You need this development in these areas, but it needs to be regional, it needs to be local, and you have to have everyone's interest in mind. The people who have made these communities what they are, you have to have their interest in mind.
One is a microbrewery. Two is a pickle shop. Gelato and cheese shop. Is that for you?
No.
Okay, so you have to make sure that as we do our plans that you have things that are for you. Not that you can't have, not that we can't go and want to go, right? But what do we need more than that? And so let's talk about and think about when we come back is developing what we need in the area.
I love her for the Morningside and Lenox Park neighborhood right over there near Ansley Park. He grew up and he lives in Capitol View. So he loved the architecture of the homes so much that he decided to develop those in Morningside to look just like that. You also have Pittsburgh and Mechanicsville that are very similar to Cabbagetown and Reynoldstown. But take a look and see how I-20 literally has divided 2 neighborhoods. So you're seeing the division created by major highways here in the city.
Bankhead is now West Midtown. They're saying it's okay to come over here now. Bankhead Highway area, that area is called West Midtown. Midtown West.
I do not. So for here in Inman Park, again, these residents, and as you can see, see, just on this section of the corridor, they've been really adamant about preserving the history of their neighborhoods, which is a good thing. All of us want that. This is Crop Market. It was once Atlanta Stage Works. Tyler Perry's first studio was over here. It's been renovated. There's shops and restaurants inside. Across the street was Atlanta Stove Works, and they manufacture stoves here. So the Beltline Partnership office is here. There are always Beltline meetings that are occurring in every neighborhood. They always want community input. Even toward the beginning, when they were developing their environmental justice plan, they had community members out. And as far as any plans that you have for making mention of your notable community members or whatever the case is, just present it. And they're more than willing to actually do that. Alright, I am Shantae Robinson, Beltline Partnership Tour Guide, Atlanta Beltline Partnership, and today we took the Spark Group with Georgia Stand Up around the Beltline. We traveled around the 22-mile loop, just exploring the 45 neighborhoods to look at how they're being sustainably redeveloped through connecting each one through a method of trails, transit, and green space.
How you doing? My name is Tucson McClure. I'm the Community Programs Manager for Soccer in the Streets, and I feel like this Beltline tour helped me out a lot. I'm from outside the perimeter of North, so learning more about the city is really going to help me out in the community. So the lady who ran the bus did a really good job. I learned about what we're trying to do and how we can not stop gentrification, but make sure that everybody is involved in the gentrification process and no one's left behind. So I had a good time, and I'm going to continue to come to more of these events to learn more about the city.
I'm Brenna Clayton. I am Executive Director for Able To nonprofit based in the West End. The tour today was awesome. It really opened my eyes to things that I already kind of knew, but being able to just kind of sit and digest the disparity, digest the opportunity, digest the potential that we have to start where we are and learn from others and build from others. And so it's not about them versus us. It's, hey, we saw what y'all did and we saw the mistakes that y'all made. We're going to apply what we now see to make it better and a model. Create a bubble that's going to be phenomenal for everybody in the whole U.S. to want to follow it. So we're excited about what's ahead. I'm excited to be a part.
Yes, my name, I say Sister Shalom Johnson. I'm a resident and a community activist in Oakland City. The tour, this is my second time taking that tour. I was just so amazed that I try to get council people and everybody to come and take this tour. The orator or moderator, just a wealth of knowledge. The tour, I just couldn't believe the development in the area. Like I said, this is my second tour, and I took it for the second time. So impressed with the moderator, the history, and finding out how Atlanta is taking advantage of things around that Beltline and what it's going to be to take this tour.